I felt it necessary for myself to do a trade review today so that I could review my trading and make sure that I don't do what I did today ever again. Now, normally my go-to trade is actually just set it up and forget it, but lately I've been more active with managing the trade and stuff like that. Thinking back to it, I don't think it really added to any benefit. So I think what I'll just do from now on is set it and forget it. But let me watch this and just review this. So right now, that's what I'm gonna do. I've been catching myself predicting something and the price does something else, but somehow miraculously, I was able to recover with either a small loss or a small gain, or sometimes a pretty big gain. Today was a total derailment, so I want to go over what's happened. So here, the sell limit order, it's all fine. Everything's fine. I'm not doing anything here. It turns on, everything's good. I'm just waiting for a pullback. So I missed it. I thought I missed it. And then as it's moving, I'm thinking, well, maybe I should get in manually. And this is where trouble starts, is when I try to get in manually when I already have an order. Watch what happens next. There I go. I try to manipulate the trade, and then now I have to double back and close some. I feel like I'm placing way too much emphasis. I care too much about it, and it's draining. So price pulls back through beyond the market open. Now it looks like I picked up some buy orders. And now I'm manipulating the stop losses, which may or may not be good. I don't know. Does it really matter? It will stop out one, and then so what? So it stopped out the buy one. And now I'm thinking, well, price is surely going to go lower now. Terrible point to add sells near the bottom of the session. You get actually no value doing that. Only if you're thinking it's going to break out hard, but there's no indication that it'll break out here. So then I add some more sells. There's a sell limit there now. Price did break out. And I think, well, there's a pullback. I might as well add some more sells. It's kind of hard to see, but my margin is still reasonable. Well, it's actually kind of high already. So far, everything's working out fine. This is all fine. So I add to my sells. Sometimes I like to add to my sells when it's close to the stops, because if it does turn around close to my stop, it's okay, because this is a price where I'm willing to do that because it's near the session high. And so if there is selling pressure going on around here, and you're making more assumptions that I'm thinking it's going to go a certain way. So now I'm out, but now I'm thinking, well, maybe I'll try it again. And that looks like it's going down now, only for it to come back in. What happens next? Stop out. And what happens next? Sell again at the next level, which is the market high. And then I turn around and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I'm going to go long now, which is the first sensible thing that I've done. But I could have already been long anyway, because I was already long, right? So I was short and I was long, and I didn't have any losses yet. And since the market opened up here, so let's say it's 10, 20, 30, 40 points, which really stopped me out of my sell right here. Price came back in, but I still had my buy. So if anything, if I didn't do anything all day, half an hour to an hour later, we would be up here and then treading along sideways, sideways, sideways. I'm still trying to get short here, get short again. Looks like it's going to go lower, and only to hit my stop. Then what do? I try again, and I'm now going bigger. And this time I'm like, I closed it manually, because I decided, you know what? I've had enough. So I closed it manually. And that was here. I closed it manually around here. Then it did actually come down 40 points. So it's like, then finally, I'm like, okay, you know what? I'll just plunge basically with the market. I'm just thinking it's got to come down. Great. And this is the end of the day market. That's what it looks like. And I'm like, oh, fine. But then what happens? It actually has no significance, because I ended up taking a measly $230 all for that trouble, and I actually erased $1,800 worth of equity, which actually is one third of this account. So I'm going on probation. I'm putting myself on probation. Notice effective immediately. I'm going to reduce my trades. I'm going to reduce my trading. I'm going to set it and forget it. And I'm going to move on and come back and just check it from time to time, hands off. And that's it. Because everything that I did today, I had a sell bias in mind, and it doesn't really work. I should just stay away. And look at this run. It went up to 21,500, and we started the day at 21,420. What's wrong with that? There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. 15, 21,420 and 21,535. So I don't know how many trades I would have picked up with over here with the buy. At least 2, maybe even a third one. So I think the worst thing that I could have done was sit here and trade. The best thing I could have done is set up my strategy and walk away. And that's basically where I'm at. I actually have to remove myself from the equation, and that should really be already like a big positive in my trading.